So what's up everyone, welcome to Drawing Every Current Capital City. My name is Julian Dunn, and in this video, the next capital city we're about to draw is going to be Santiago de Cuba, Cuba. This is one of the biggest Cuban cities and one of those few big capital cities in the Caribbean. Yeah, it really is quite big. I couldn't be more excited to draw this Cuban capital city out, but at the same time, it's gonna take time. How many times do I have to say time in that sentence? Well, I only said it twice. That's just me being silly. Don't worry, I still got tons of dedication in me, tons of energy in me, so we're gonna get through another drawing of a Cuban capital, and after that, we're gonna have 3 more Cuban capitals to draw, and boom, that's gonna be a wrap. That's gonna be the end of the line, well, the end of the road of drawing these Cuban capitals. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to work.
Santiago takes a silver medal of the largest cities in Cuba and has the exact same name as its province. Its motto is "Rebels yesterday, hospitable today, always heroic." It's been a minute since I shared a city motto, a capital city motto. Oh, I don't even know how long it has been, because it's been that long. It's been a while since I've shared a motto for a capital city, but regardless, Santiago for years was the second most essential city in the island country. Velázquez gave birth to the city in the early 16th century. This city caught on fire and got freaked, but luckily it recovered. There were a bunch of expeditions by the Spanish people. At one point, Santiago was the capital of the Spanish colony of Cuba. The French and the English forces were freaking with the city. They were messing with it by stealing stuff. Santiago had a freak ton of French and British immigrants. Also, there were white refugees, colored people, and freed men coming from Saint Dominic, which is a French colony. This was before Haiti became a thing. Saint Dominic was slave-free, but not Cuba. Cuba only embraced the whites, the colored, and the kids. Santiago started to have the mixture of Spanish and African culture. In the early 19th century, French immigrants in Cuba got tossed out and went to America, and freedmen had increased their African culture to the city of Santiago. The French whites and colored people had increased their culture as well. Towards the end of the 19th century, during the Spanish-American War, Santiago had a battle where the Spanish took that big fat L. During the 20th century, hometown hero Frank Paez got involved in the Cuban Revolution and joined with Fidel Castro. This was during the 1950s, by the way. If you're familiar with the Cuban Revolution, I'm sure some of you are, some of you aren't. Unfortunately, Paez got his life taken away by the Popos, but the bright side here, around the end of the Cuban Revolution, Castro took the dub, that big fat W, at the end of the revolution in Santiago. Santiago is home to this place, the University of Santiago de Cuba, this place, and even this place. Santiago is the birthplace of some of these famous people, such as actors Desi Arnaz, R.I.P., and Faison Love. I'm familiar with Faison Love. I have seen his movies before. They're pretty funny, some are stupid, but regardless. Singers La Loupe, R.I.P., and Olga Juliet, R.I.P. I don't think I said the last name right. I'm not good with names. I will forever not be good with names. And Rebel, the iconic Frank Paez, R.I.P. I think I have a fascinating idea here of drawing as many capital cities as possible, as hard as we possibly can. Instead of drawing all of the North American capitals, getting past the Caribbean capitals and then moving on to the Central American capitals and maybe the Mexican capitals. I'm gonna save the Mexican capitals for the future, as well as the Central American capitals. Once we draw all of the Caribbean capitals, I might move to the other side of the world, where I'm just gonna draw maybe the Oceanian capitals. I don't think I said that first word right. You know what I'm trying to say, the capital cities in Oceania, or maybe the East Asian capitals. I will have to see. It's my choice. It's my freedom to figure out what capital city to draw from start to finish. You know, drawing these capital cities one by one, and just keep on going and create that type of repetition. So I'm just looking forward to that, because I'm not trying to like bore so many people. I don't want to. I kind of want to go back and forth. Once we get to like the certain spot of drawing the capital cities, I might jump to a different spot and then go back and forth, jumping from one side of the world to the other, and then repeat that. We're gonna try not to miss anything for the Caribbean capitals. It can be really easy to miss something, so we're gonna do our best not to miss any of the Caribbean capitals. There's some Caribbean countries that are broken up into provinces or like states or like territories, something like that, parishes, just like Jamaica. Jamaica is broken up into several parishes. So yeah, and there's a few Caribbean countries that don't really have like broken up areas, and like each of those areas are like contain a capital city. Unfortunately, guys, my camcorder's memory got so full. I didn't even capture all of the like drawing like in one video. I do apologize. For sure, I'm gonna have to get a memory card for my camcorder. That's right here. That's gonna like take up more memory, you know, more storage. So again, I do apologize that I wasn't able to capture everything for this drawing. But regardless, here's the drawing. Another highly detailed drawing of a capital city. I think this has to be my favorite Cuban capital drawing so far. I cannot wait to get to Havana, Cuba, which is the capital of Cuba. It's going to be a pain in the rear end to draw, just like this one. And I spent roughly 4 hours working on this drawing. That's how patient I was. I was completely patient from start to finish. You got the sky, a couple trees. I don't know if you guys can really see the trees, some small buildings, some of the historical and iconic landmarks above, you know, like up here is my hideous signature. I don't know if you guys can really see the mountains in the background. I'll give you guys a closer look. I drew like a utility pole. I didn't draw any wires. I did get lazy on that. I was gonna draw wires, but I wasn't really worried about it. I did draw a utility pole to the right where this tree is at. Sorry for the shaky camera. I do got spaghetti arms. I'm not one of the strongest people in the world. I love this drawing. I think this has to be my favorite drawing of a Cuban capital so far. Here's Santiago de Cuba, Cuba. Well guys, we got 3 more Cuban capitals to draw. I just cannot wait to get this over with, drawing all of the Cuban capitals. We're gonna draw as much Caribbean capitals as possible before I could head to like a different part of the world and draw the capital cities there. So that is gonna be the end of this video. Stay tuned for more content, and I hope this video was quite enjoyable to watch. Sorry that this video has to end like this. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Oh, and also, feel free to follow my Facebook page. And thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time.